So this section is dedicated to the editing and the technologies that we use to integrate for the editing process predominantly. Now, we filmed a lot of content, and obviously all of these took up quite a lot of storage. And to prevent running out of storage and encountering these surrounding issues to do with that, we basically loaded all the files from the SD card and put it onto a hard drive in which we could then select the ones we wanted and move them over and export them onto the MacBook Pro. The first stage of post-production was doing a rough cut, and we did this by using iMovie. iMovie is really simple and it's not time consuming to use, and therefore for us it was a pretty straightforward task. Now, this first rough cut included firstly dragging all the possible shots that we wanted to use or that we wanted to just look at and check onto iMovie. Then we needed to pick adjacent shots for particular shots like natural action and shot reverse shot to line those up. It was very important that for these we use the various different takes that we did from each different angle, if that makes sense, that matched most suitably. And as you can probably guess, that this took quite a little bit of time just because it was quite a selective process. We also needed to align the clip progression suitably and to everybody's preferences. So also whilst editing, Tati was our main editor. He also wanted to be doing it at the same time as also checking that we were all happy with it, was how we wanted it to be as well. Also during this rough cut, we needed to chop off the starts and also the ends of each shot to make things look smoother, and also to remove any like potential talking or snippets of noises at the start or at the ends of the clips. Additionally, we also edited and decided upon the length of each shot and also the speed of each cut and the transition, because that was really important to convey the effect and what we wanted the effect to be. It built the pacing and therefore it built our film opening, so it was very important. We did look at doing some of the color grading and contrast settings in iMovie. However, they weren't as good as other things that we could use. They were basically inadequate, and it made our film inadequate due to the limited options that it offered, if that makes sense. So as a result of this, we exported our cuts into Premiere Pro and color graded on there for a more professional outcome. Now, after doing this first stage, we extracted all these clips into Logic Pro X, which allowed us to import movies as well as being able to edit the sound simultaneously. Here we were able to sync the drops of the non-diegetic music with the focus pulls and the cuts of the shots. We did this by importing background music into the software and using the Flex tool. The Flex tool has many settings, for example, the Flex pitch, the Flex slicing, the Flex polyphonic, and we also added markers in the audio track, which we stretched to sync with the clips. We also used the marquee tool to delete any additional clicks or noises in the audio, and also used the fade tool to smooth out any bits that we wanted to make a little bit smoother. Once we'd finished fully editing the sound, we exported it where we added the finished clip from Premiere Pro and the audio together, finishing the clip and concluding our post-production process.